And this is, please understand, you don't need to know just work, but you also need to clear the interview, right? Because when you go in interview, this is like a chat bot. Now, when you do thing, first thing you need to define one thing, what this capability this bot will give you. Capability. So capability is called intent. Make sure you understand the word technical term intent. Intent means what goal you want, or what objective you want. So example, if I'm doing hotel booking, then that's my objective, intent. If I want, let's say, flight booking, or if I want cruise booking, car booking. Make sense? Is it hard? Intent. Speak with me. Very simple. Now let's say example, I say flight. Flight is my intent. I want to book the flight. That's my intent. Just an example. Let's say I want to do car. Let's say I want to do hotel. These are my intent. I hope that's not hard. Then question remain, how human will book that? So human will book that. They will write a text. Remember prompt? So they will write a text in this chat. I want flight. I want to book flight for tomorrow. I want cheapest flight. I want non-stop flight, right? Human will write. So these are called utterance. These are called utterance. So utterance means like you are trying to give a little bit humanized word. How human try to get that intent or objective. So example, I want to register for the class. So enrollment is object. Enrollment is your objective, but utterances means how you request that, how you make that happen. So you are always going to type, you're not going to say flight. You will say, I want to book a flight. Yes or no? Or I'm looking for a flight list. That is called utterance. Now utterance are more English. You can write the way human writes. And the third thing you should know is called slot. Slot. Please understand, these are important words. Intent is always first, which is the objective. Utterances is nothing but how you write to accomplish this objective. Now, in order for you to accomplish objective, there are certain questions we need from users. So example, Irina, you want to book a flight. So you write, I want to book a flight. Should I book a flight? Or I have a question for you. I will have a question. What kind of questions AI will have for you? What kind of flight? Is it like business class? Is it a normal? What day you want to fly? Right? What time you want to fly? Do you agree or not? So slot means giving precise information to accomplish the objective. Make sense? Without slot, I will not know how to book your flight. Now, if you understand these three things, every business will have intent. So let's take about ITEXPS. What could be the intent for ITEXPS? We are in college, right? So what kind of intent I will have? Teach is not intent. I want training, means you want to enroll for the training. You want to enroll for training. Okay, one intent, enroll for training. What else? What kind of training is like a utterance? Because you are, what is the intention? See, you are asking question, what kind of training? Why? Because you want to enroll for the training. Yes or no? Because you can ask question, what is the available training? What is the hard training? What is the cheapest training? What is the fastest training? Which is popular training? All those are utterance. User will ask. Make sense or no? Now what is the slot? What would be the slot? What course? Java course. What day? What time? What type, like material, like online, in person? Yes or no? Now let's change the topic. Let's say we are in hospital. What would be the intent? As a human, you and me, what would be our intent for hospital? Appointment. You want? No. Please understand. You have to think from angle. Why you interact with the hospital? Do you agree? Specialty and all these come, right? So appointment is your intent. What is your utterance? Like which doctor appointment I should take? Where should I take appointment? How should I take appointment? Utterance means like you are asking, I'll show you. So you're asking a little bit more questions. So like, let me show you this way so you will understand this one. Yeah, utterance means you are asking question. Basically, you're asking questions. You're asking question. If your questions gives details for you, so you can accomplish the objective. So here, your objective for hospital is what? You want an appointment, right? So what kind of utterance you can ask?
Which doctor did you need an appointment with?
Which doctor you need appointment, right? Who is available, what time frame? How should I book an appointment? What I try to see here, please understand something which will help you. This one will immediately help your AI. That using that, it will know which intent you are interested in. Because company may have multiple intent. So example, one intent is enrollment in a hospital, but second intent is I want to pay bill. Do you agree? So this word you might see somewhere, one thing is keep coming common. Do you agree? So when you see keep coming common, AI will understand that you are interested in this intent. So this will help AI to think about, narrow down your intent. Make sense? These are human. This is the ultimate objective. So you need to train your AI what kind of question you may expect. And these are natural language. So the AI will understand and to separate it. Like here, if I say, what is your return policies? You got idea that you're talking about return. But if I say, how do I enroll for training? Are they matching? If I say, how do I enroll for training? Is it matching? No. So AI will immediately understand you are talking about different intent. Make sense? So think about Amazon. Amazon, you want to maybe you want to buy some product. So that's called purchase intent. Return the product. That's another intent. Or cancel the order. That's another intent. So one bot can have many intent. Make sense or no? How does the intent separation happen? Through utterance. So utterance is a language which user will use. And that user language will be translated by the AI, which is in our case NLP, natural language processing. Processing means understood. So sometimes we use NLU, natural language understandable. So when you understand the language, then it will narrow down intent. So far so good. So we are going to do. But now, once you narrow down the intent, you cannot accomplish certain intent. Like example, I want to return the product. What would be the slot? Slot means additional detail. What would be slot? Details. So which product you want to return, right? Because you bought 20 product, right? You may ask order ID, you may ask product name, right? You can ask why you want to return, right? That may be a reason, right? So until you give me this detail, I cannot complete the objective. Make sense? Clear? Now, first bot we create, in that bot, we'll not use knowledge base. We'll try to understand the mechanics because these mechanics are a little bit difficult. So we'll try to use mechanics. So in order to do so, I'm going to cut some corners and go straight to the main thing. So you can at least understand this part. So right now, there are a lot of details out there. We'll cover that as we go further because I don't want to run out of time. Let's go to AWS console and log in. Because when you see the real action, I think it will be much more meaningful. So we'll log in. When you log in, please understand, today I'm logging as a root. Please pay attention. Today I'm logging as a root. So you always click on root. Because today is the first class, I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to say. Ready? Root is the master account, but AI doesn't like master account. So when you use through root, AI will not allow you to provision any model, which is called, sometime I write FM, foundation model. Foundation model means ChatGPT model, cloud model. There are many more models. So it does not work. It does not work with the root account. Now you can't ask me why. They made it mandatory. It won't work with the root account. So in coming class, we will create user. Listen carefully. In coming class, we'll create a user and we'll give user admin permission. Please pay attention. And using this user, we can get AI capability. So there will be an interview question. Can you use master account? Answer is no. It doesn't work. So your whole lab you have to redo again if you do master account, because it won't work. They have done something because they want to have security different. So next week when we do the class, we'll create a user account. Make sure you join class on time, because next week will be more hands-on than today, because today was prompt engineering, but we'll start straight in AWS. We want to make sure we create a user account. But right now I'm going to use with root. So let's click on the root account. So when you click on root account, of course, it will ask you your account information. So email address. Please don't use my email address. You should use your email address, right? Sometimes you're human nature, right? You type my email address, right? You will lock my account. So please use your email address, right? Click on next. It will ask you password. Sometimes you see CAPTCHA, right? These are CAPTCHA. So let's see if you can navigate it. Oops. That's why they made it human, right? Human only can read. Yay, look at that. Now MFA stands for multiple factor authentication. Some of you may not have, but it will prompt you, do not do that. The reason right now, if you do it, you will be unnecessary. You have to have phone and all. For time being, you do not want to do that. Just keep it easy so you can navigate fast. Because for me, it's unnecessary, like 6-7 steps I need to go through. Okay, can I count everyone is in? People on phone. See, it's your role, in case if you are stuck somewhere, it's your role to ask questions, stop me, because my goal is to continue further. Your role is to ask questions, because I've been doing this for many years. I may not know that you are having a problem unless you ask questions. Okay. First thing first, some basic understanding. Sorry, question?
Yeah, excuse me. Is it the builder AWS? Is that the wrong one? I'm not seeing the root sign in.
Did you not log in? So on your right side, you will have a console or something, right? I can give you a link. I thought you already did. No, you didn't go through this link. I thought I gave a link. I'll put a link in the chat.
Yeah, I signed in, but when you started pulling up the root profile, I kind of got lost.
No, you can't get lost. Check. You always have logged in. Did you log in? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then you are in a good thing. You may want to see somewhere you will have a console. If you logged in, you only go to the main account. So that's the beautiful part. So let me put a link here. Could you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
When you logged in, you will get an account, and somewhere you will have a console somewhere. If you click on that console, if you logged in somewhere else, I added a link. Try to click again and try to log in. And when you log in, you will get options where you can say root login. So please understand, when you log in as a root, there is a button, right? Click on root login. So when you do root, it will ask your email address and password. And when you log in, you will come to this screen.
I see. Okay.
Everyone should be in the same screen. You may not have all the details, but you will be able to see something similar. Your name will be visible here somewhere and your account detail.
I'm on the previous screen. How to get to this?
After you log in. Did you log in or no? When you log in, you should be here. Right? If you log in, by default, you come here. There is no additional access. If you are not logged in, you will not be able to come. Other people on phone, are you guys able to log in? And are you able to see screen like this, something on the screen like this, right? This is called
Yes.
AWS console, AWS console, right? Don't worry about what I have on my screen. You may not see all those things, so don't cry. That's something my own, but you will see something, right? Good, good. Arina, are you good? Anyone else in a problem? We are good, awesome. So please understand,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
good.
just explain. I'm just going to explain few things. We are not doing the immediate work. I want you to log in. These are basic requirement. And please make sure you practice, because this is our main bread and butter. AWS is our brain and butter. In coming class, I'll install the software, but right now I want to show you through cloud, so it's easy for us to navigate. Now, first thing first, and this is important for you. There are a lot of regions are there. Region is nothing but, in a geographic perspective, AWS has a data centers. I'm not going to go into too detail because this is not a cloud class, but just want to make sure you understand AWS is worldwide. So wherever you live close by, you normally use the region. Region is nothing but a geographic location. Please don't use Ohio for this exercise because they do not give you bedrock. Ohio doesn't give you bedrock.
Why is that?
I don't know. So they don't give, so we will use most likely Virginia. In case if I make mistakes, you always correct me because it's human nature. By default, when I log in, it is possible I might have Ohio here. By default, it is possible. You just need to toggle, click on Virginia. Make sense? So you don't have to do anything. If it is not, if it is, let's say, like it came here and it's Ohio, you don't have to cry. Hey, I have Ohio, don't cry. Just click here and toggle. Like right now I came here and I have Ohio. Uh-oh, I'm not wrong, I'm lost. No. You come here, you click here and just toggle to Virginia. Can I count everyone is clear? Right? Please understand, Virginia is the default we'll use because it has all capability for tonight class, not tonight, whole class. Irene, are you logging or not yet? Otherwise, he can help you. Could you help? Right? Always, remember, we have people who can help us out. So first thing, we are in Virginia. Now,
Dashboard, yeah. It's going to be, she's logged in. It's just that it
could we, Irina, could you focus here? So maybe it will help. I'm recording the session. Make sure those who are able to follow, please follow along. Right? Please understand, we just logged in. We didn't do anything yet. So you all should have Virginia. If not, make sure you set up Virginia. Okay? We're going to do only clicks. Clicks only. We are not going to write any program. And I expect you to follow me by click. There are 20-30 clicks will do, and every click I'll explain, but you have to pay attention. Otherwise, entire class will slow down. Okay. I want to make sure we do at least one lab so you can have wow factor. Otherwise, what's the point to take class? Okay. Make sure you see on the screen. If your computer doesn't work, you can still pay attention, because after you get a recording, you can do the exercise. Otherwise, you will not be able to do the exercise if I don't complete it. So first thing first, on this screen, please type LEX, L-E-X, LEX. So when you type LEX, this is a very interesting bot we are going to create. LEX is a bot. Now this LEX supports many languages. It supports many models, and day by day will get better. Today, I'm just going to give you pretty basic capability. So let's click on LEX. Please understand, I'm not doing programming. I just want you to follow the flow. So now if you click on LEX, you come inside. Give me thumbs up as you make progress that you are here. We are not anything else. We just search LEX. What is LEX? Is a service. That service allows us to create a bot. And there are a lot of things we will be doing, so don't be scared. My goal here is to give you a better experience. Now, I already have a bot, so don't worry about it. I'm going to delete the bot because it charged me money. Sorry, I do not want charge. So I have already existing bot. See on the screen. I already have existing bot. You don't have, so don't cry. You don't have, so I'm going to click here, action, and delete the bot. Make sure you remind me before we end the class. Otherwise, I will get a good bill, right? I practice a lot, by the way, just to give you an idea. And I'll be very serious teaching this kind of class to beginner in the sense of first time. It's very difficult. Why it's difficult? Because you are in different stage. My goal is to make sure I navigate. So that's why I create a recipe for success. As long as you support me, you will enjoy that. Okay. So you don't have anything. I'm going to delete it. So don't worry about it. My bot is deleted. Within a second, it will delete. So that bot is deleted. Now we'll start our first step. Can I count everyone is here so far, right? So let's click on create bot. So click on create bot. See, you will never be lost if you pay attention. Very simple. I'm going to put arrows and draw it, so you will not have any problem. The only thing you are thinking T and I'm teaching, that's the only way we will lost, right? So create bot. So when you click on create bot, you will come inside. Good. Can I count? Everyone is good. Okay. Now there are two type of capability. One is generative AI, which I can't teach today because generative AI require model, and model creation, I'm afraid it will take a couple of extra steps. I may not be able to cover, and I don't want to cut the corner. I'll do next week. So right now we are going to do traditional. So let's click on traditional. Trust me, after 30 minutes, you will have wow experience. So please help me. So we are in traditional. Now, every bot we are creating, there are 3-step approach. Create a blank, which is the best way to do because you can learn more. If I do this example, you won't learn much. So technically, I normally don't do this. Again, if you want to just do it, you can do, but you won't learn. In this class, we want to learn. So tomorrow, if somebody hire me, I can create bot. So we'll do create blank bot. Now let's give a name. So let's example, we create a bot, let's say I want to create a bot for flight booking. Maybe we can say flight booking. So we'll say flight booking bot. You can give any name, doesn't matter technically, but you don't give a space. It doesn't like space. So just write anything. Doesn't matter. You write whatever you name, but don't write any space or any special character, right? Description is optional, but you can say bot for, you can write bot for flight booking. Easy, right? People on phone, I'm hoping I'm not going too fast, but I need to make sure at least we go this speed, right? So you can see here, we just give a name, nothing else. This is optional, but giving a little bit detail is always plus point. Now you come here. It's very important in interview, people will ask you. Remember, before we start the class, I told you that root we will not use. So when we don't use root, we normally use IAM. IAM stands for Identity Access Management. Identity Access Management. Identity Access Management. Basically nothing but user permission. Easy. They have given 2 options, so I always use this one. So I don't have to do anything. The first one, this one. It means let them create it. I don't need to care about it. So I always select this one. So I don't have to do anything. Make sense? But if you want to do, you will create a user and then you can give it. I'll show you, but later on, not now, because it will confuse it. Right now we are selecting the first one. Pretty clear? Now, there is a rule in United States that kids cannot chat. I don't know why. So that's the act, which is called COPA. The kid, I think who are less than 17 or 18 years, I think 12 years might be my mistake. They should not chat. So that's why you have to clearly say that this bot is subject to COPA. I would say no. COPA means Child Act. So we don't have any problem like that. So we'll say no. So far, so good. Clear? Right? See, you're slowly but steadily you're doing the work. Now you came here. Remember, we talk about session timeout. Session means you are in a browser. Same thing if you're in chat and you were typing and then suddenly you have to take a coffee or somebody call you, 5 minutes, it will restart it. It means all your history will be gone.
What about the error log?
Yeah, not now. As right now, I'm going to give you mechanism. Coming class, I will explain you.
But if you select something.
No, it by default create a fallback intent. It by default it will create it. But in coming class, this is just like a high level. I'm trying to just give you a picture, but there are layers of pictures we need to do, right? So right now we are just saying, you know what, 5 minutes is default. It's too much, right? If you're not typing for 5 minutes, then it will time out. Why should we time out? Because every bot will cost you money. So if they hold it, just as a behind the scene, if it is a voice, then Amazon will charge you for 5 minutes. and somebody's not typing in your charts, it's kind of bad, right? So sometimes people only give like 2 minutes, 3 minutes and a timeout. Again, 5 minutes is good enough. At this moment, we're going to click on next. Good. So when you click on next, you are coming here. I'm hoping you are following along. Now it is asking any language. So it does support many languages. You can see that it's almost international support. So if you are working in a different country, might be language will be different. In United States, naturally people use is English, but you can select multiple language. Or I do not know any language other than English, so I'll keep it English. But most of the bot does have ability to have English, Spanish, like that. So you can do that also. So right now, keep it English. If you want to write a little bit information, you can do it. This is very interesting thing. You may like it. So here, this is called AI voice. Please pay attention because many of you are learning first time. So it's very important that you understand minute detail. You will appreciate. So this is the AI voice. This AI voice come from a special service, which is Poly, AWS Poly service. So Poly service gives you this capability that this lady will read this text. So if you can play it, you will know what I'm talking about. And there are multiple options available. Using that options, you can greet your customers. So let's play it. So if I play.
Hello, my name is Danielle.
Okay.
Let me know how I can assist you.
Now, I like Diana and I like Matthew because their voice is more human.
Hello, my name is Matthew. Let me know how I can assist you.
Right? But there are people who are from Ukraine and all. There are people, so you can see some of voice are different country voice. You will see literally some are from Alabama. They have a different slang. So like, look at this.
Hello, my name is Ivy. Let me know how I can assist you.
So people who are from India, they have special tone, like very close to that national language type of thing. So you can feel about, there are a lot of options available. You got it? Again, you can customize also, so you can do that. But I like Joy. This is my two favorite actor, Joanna and Matthew. Joanna is more like human aspect. Look at that.
Hello, my name is Joanna. Let me know how I can assist
So I
you.
pick it. Doesn't matter what you pick. Good. Now moving along. So we'll say done. Click on done.
What is the intent classification?
That allows like when you are writing like utterance, right? How you can filter and create intent. So 4.4.5 is good. If you do 1, sometime you will get error. It means you need 100% confidence, which is not right, right? So when you write utterance, like example, I want flight, then it should automatically filter flight. But if you say I want training, then it should go to training. I'll show you, so you will understand. The higher number, it means more accuracy you need. But bot normally works for 0.4, 0.5, means you will get a better thing. That's kind of industry standard. But more you do, you will get more. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because you are not. Yeah, in Google, you always get answer. You know that? Because it's called fuzzy search. Google is a fuzzy search. Like example, anything you write, Google will give you answer because it's fuzzy search, very close. But if you write accurate search, Google also will start saying, I don't know. Right? So it's like that, accuracy. Now click on done. So you will be here. You guys are good so far, right? Now we are going to create a conversational, nice flow. Now, please understand, if you click on the conversational, it will give you idea how the flow will work. So if you see this arrow, this shows like what you will type and what AI will do that. What you will do and what AI will do. So it will give you example for slot, example for utterance, example for intent, confirmation prompt, fulfillment, and all. So there are a lot of things you can do. Now, just for giving idea, so you can appreciate this, the chat, which is not a chat, the chat actually should be interacting with the Python program, which we'll do in coming class, which we call Lambda. Now, please understand, my goal is to make you professional. I'm not a person who is going to teach you as a college student. I want to make sure you learn it and you should be able to do in a real life. So behind the scene, there will be a Python program, which is called Lambda. Now, those who know Python programming, great. If you do not know, don't be scared. I'll give you code. Those who don't know, they can make a minor change. Those who know, they will make a big change. But don't be scared. Remember, I always tell people you have to face reality. So, like example, if you are in United States and if you do not know how to speak English or how to drive car, then you will have limitation. Now I can say, no, I don't like English. I want to speak in my native language. I can say, and I ignore reality. Or I don't want to drive car. I'll go by bus. You ignore the reality, you will have limitation. No one should be worried about programming. My goal is to make sure every lab, I will be making sure you are able to do the lab as long as you pay attention and follow the flow. Now, Lambda has a lot of benefits. Lambda can talk to AI, which is our generative model. So in coming class, we'll do the model. Lambda can create agents. So without Lambda, technically speaking, we can't use agents. We can't do agentic workflow. We can't do anything. Are you understanding? Now people say, but I don't want to learn programming. Don't learn programming. Understand the concept. In your real life, maybe someone else will do programming. But if you do not understand the concept, then you will not appreciate how it works together. Okay? All the programming, I'll try to make it the minimum programming. So at least you will understand. And then additional, I will do as a layer 2. So first you can do it and then we'll do advanced level, right? So Lambda is a special type of service, but it uses Python. So we'll cover that right now. We don't need that. I'm just giving you an example how the layer will work. Scroll down. Now it says intent. Now this intent, there are many types of intents you can write. So today I'm going to create a couple of intents and you all will do a couple of intents. So you will have idea. So right now we are doing flight, right? So without space, we'll say flight booking intent. You can write uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Write something which you understand, but do not give a space. Now, utterances will help you to select or filter what you call intent. So we can scroll down a little bit. And here, you can see here, we don't have to provide that. Context will provide later. But if you go here, there's a concept called sample utterances. Now, there are two things. You can add one by one, or you can add plain text. So check it out. I can add one by one. So like example, please pay attention. If you scroll down, I can add one by one and I can say add, it will add. I can add and add. So like that, or I can go to plain text and add. So example, when you start, right? When you start, how would you start? So example, here I have flight intent. So how would I start for flight related thing? Give me some users type of prompt. What?
I want to book a flight.
Okay, so let's do that. So I'll write I want to book a flight, right? And I say add utterance. Give me another utterance. Come on, give me another.
What are the cheapest flights?
What are the cheapest flight, right? Provide flight list. Like these are possible questions normally user writes. Again, you can write as many as you want. There is no limit. Make sense? So you can write as many as you want. There is no limit. Now, sometimes you may ask specific thing. So example, provide flight for this day and this time, right? So you can make your what do you call utterance more dynamic. So example, provide flight, and then you do curly bracket and you can specify day. Provide flight for a day, right? Provide flight for day. So provide flight for day. So you can provide, this is called dynamic value. It means you want this information. So that anytime you do dynamic value curly bracket, that called slot. So now my slot is day. Make sense or not? Because provide flight for day, so that would be a slot. So how does it work? So here you are writing the slot. So double click on day, it will give you options. Double click on a day, it will give you options. Now please understand, it said this is something like a variable. So it automatically gives me options called create a slot. Makes sense or no? Are you understanding? Now slot is nothing but detail I need to complete your goal, right? Like example, if you want to enroll for class, then you need to know which class, right? Otherwise, how can I enroll? So if you want flight, which day, right? So here, I click on here. When I double click here, it will come automatically. Sorry, let me double click. Now it's not coming. Yeah. And now if I click here, it will automatically create a slot. So it says slot type name, right? So here, what is the slot type? So here, slot type means, is it a numeric value? Is it non-numeric value, like that? So right now I can create a custom slot, like example, or I can cancel for time being. What is slot means, like example, if I say order ID is a number or non-number, order date is a date or not date. So I'll show you how to do that part. Right now I'm going to do cancel, but in real life, I can define type. There are two type of type. One is Amazon gives you type, and one is you create your type. Right? So right now I'm going to do cancel, but you know I have a utterance. I'm going to say add utterance. So there is a couple of utterances I added here. So total 4 utterances. So far so good. People on phone. So far so good. Right? Now, in case sometimes, I don't like one by one. So there is options available, which is called plain text. So many times I use plain text because you can just cut and paste like that. Easy, right? You can just cut and paste. So if you want to change it's a text, you can cut and paste. You can use ChatGPT, like example. You know how ChatGPT works. So check it out. So ChatGPT. So I'm going to use ChatGPT as a creating a trans. So provide, like example, again, you don't have to do, but I'm saying provide a trans for flight booking intent. So our goal is it will create utterances. Now, how many utterances you need, it will give me those utterances. Make sense? So I can use this thing and Control C and paste it. So why would I think? Make sense or not? This is what customer is going to ask, and this is a very interesting customer. Like, look at that. You can put all utterances. So there is no way your bot will be not trained. You're training actually. You're training your AI that if this kind of question, you're going for this one. Okay. So we are good there. I'm not changing here, so no problem. Now let's go down. And here it says initial response. You can provide a message to acknowledge the user initial request. So here, if you click on this one, so here it's a by default, it's a okay, I can help you with that. So you can write whatever you want, you can write, or by default it will take this one. How can I help you? So I can write here, how can I help you? It's just like any specific information you can write response to acknowledge users request. So you kind of provide how can I help you? Again, choice is yours, whatever you want to write. It's optional, it takes nice, but no problem. Now coming to the slot, this is where maximum important part for you. Think about that, what additional information you need to give. So here I'm going to say add slot. Now what I need to do, I need to map the variable I use. So I said day, if you remember that, right? So day, day. Now please understand, is this slot is required. Means without this, I cannot fulfill your intent. So that's by default check. If it is required, check. Now here available prompt, which one is the proto data type you can use? So you can see here, there are different things. So right now, maybe only date would be better, right? So I'll select the date, right? So let me change to the date here. So flight date, I would say flight date. Give a name, we'll change utterance, flight date. Right? Now, this is the variable. So how you will ask user? So you will ask here, you write what date you want to fly. I'm just making a question. So this will give this question user will see, listen carefully. User will say, I want to fly September 1st. I'm just making up September 1st, 2025. So when I type that, that will go here. Make sense? Because I say date, it will understand that you type date and it will be taken date. This can be used in a programming to make a call to United Airlines or maybe Delta, maybe American Airlines. This where it data. So whatever user is giving, when you do Expedia, right, you are actually selecting Dropbox and all, right? That UI, but that UI actually getting internally your slots, and through slots, it's passing the information to the next level. People on phone, any questions so far? Right? Let's click on add. So we added one slot. You can add many slots, but time being, we want to do one slot so we can move forward. Good so far? Now, if you scroll down, there is a confirmations plot. So confirmation means like, you know, like if you are you're about to fulfill, right? You're about to fulfill your, what you call intent, then you can say, is that true? So please understand, in a prompt, somewhere I put a day, I will go back and just change to flight, right? Flight date, right? That's what we mentioned here. So I went up a little bit and I changed the flight date. That's what we wrote it, right? So I'm using flight date. I double click because it's in plain text. I double click and I say flight date, right? Now come down and look for confirmations. So in confirmations, you can see that it says provide the confirmation. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here and it gives me options. Confirmation prompt. So confirmation prompt means you're asking user to confirm, right? So there are two things, yes type of thing and no type of thing. So yes type thing. So here I'll say, you know what? Should I book flight? Should I book flight for and then curly bracket flight date, curly bracket complete and question mark. So basically I'm saying, you know, should I book flight for flight date, which you selected as a slot? If slot is correct, everything will work smoothly. You will see in 2 minutes. This curly bracket, you can use as many curly bracket you want as long as your slots are there. So if you have one slot, then you have one. But if you have, let's example, slot, then which city you're flying, which destination you're flying, you can add more slots. Make sense or no? Because just knowing the date, it is not good, but time being you are doing that. Otherwise, I should have a question, which city, from where you are flying, where you are landing, right? Those are the slots. If first one works, we can add another slot also. So it's not like you have to redo again. You can keep updating as you go further. So far, any questions?
Yeah, with the flight date for this confirmation, it doesn't give you like the drop down to make sure that it's the one that you selected.
No, this
so is
is
it just
yes,
you
no.
just have to type it?
Yeah, you have to type yes, no. That you have to type yes, no. But if you have, like example, 3 type, like, you know, class A, class B, class C, then this is called selection slot. I'll show you how to create selection slot. It means you can only select A, B, or C. If you do D, it will keep asking, right? So this is called multi-value selection because you can only select from this list. But here we are just confirming, are you sure you want to buy on this date? That's what we are asking. So
oh, sorry, I meant when you're typing it in, how are you making sure that this is going to be the right variable, that it's like spitting it back out? Because when we put it in for
that's for flight book, right? We did, right? Flight date. No, this is our slot, right? Flight date. And we also created a slot right here.
Yeah, I guess I was just thrown off that it didn't let me double click and select it. So you just have to make sure that you typed it in correctly, because if you mess it up or like make a typo, I'm assuming it's not going to work with the one that we created.
Ideally, you can fix it, not a problem, because additional, you will have additional here. Then you can cancel it in case if it is extra created. Or you can change the properly naming convention. You can also edit and you can change it. But time being, I'm trying to create a simple thing, but I can double click and create. Most of the time I create that way. most of the time. Why? Because I know what I'm doing. But because this is the first time, I want to show you how you can select the available Amazon data type and custom data type. So when you double click, most likely it will be a custom data type or Amazon data type. So mostly we select custom data type. That's why when double click works very well. I'll show you as we go further.
Okay, because I went back up and I tried to double click in my sample utterances, and it added an extra bracket around. So should I just?
So yeah, you can update and you can remove one bracket. You just keep one bracket. You can go to plain text and you can modify, remove the extra brackets. Because you will have two brackets, then you can remove one bracket and one bracket. So you can just keep it one.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was confused why it was adding an extra one when I selected.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. So right now, looks, I think we're almost there. So the fulfillment is nothing but when you complete your, what you call entry, the fulfillment will make a call to Lambda, which I'll cover next week. And then if I have database, then it will enter the database. If there is a web service, it will make a call to web service, get the flight detail, and then it will provide closing response. Hey, your flight on so-and-so date is confirmed, and this is your order ID, right? Which will require a little bit programming. We'll cover next week. But right now, I think we're good to go. So let's do save. Let's save intent. Click on save intent. So that is our first intent we created. Any questions so far? Huh?
Impressive.
Pretty easy. But before I do anything, let's create another intent because I want to make sure. See, it shows here. Hello. It shows here. I want to book a flight. Right? I want to book a flight. So it will say, how can I help you? Right? Initial response. What date you want to fly? So you provide date. And should I book a flight for flight date? So let's see how it works. Okay. Again, it won't be the perfect, but it is fine. So let's click on a build here. You see the build? Click on a build. So it will build the whole logic. It will compile. If there is no error, it will give me green color. It may take a minute. And once it does that, we can do testing. If you have an error, most likely error will be because of slot or because of other things. So you may want to read the error message and you can fix that error message. This is a little tricky because it doesn't give you too much detail, but if you somewhere, it will show you that, hey, utterance is error. Somewhere it will give you a clue. Mostly we have problem here with the slot, right? In case you added here slot, right? And the slot is not matching properly, then you may get error. But overall, mine is green color. Are you guys getting green color?
Yeah.
Right? What happened? So you have not selected the language? No, you might have space or something. That should be fine. Change that if it is save whatever you have made a change. See, this one is your intent. This was your intent. You can, doesn't matter uppercase, lowercase. I don't think it will create problem here. Maybe there is a space that might create a problem, a special character. Yeah.
Language English.
No, you're not select the language. That's what here. Huh? Yeah. So let me test it out. So I think at least get an idea. So when I test it, chat will start. Right? Yes or no? Chat start. Please understand we have not created a hello intent. I'm going to quickly create a few minutes after. But right now I'm here. So first thing I'll say, you know what? I want flight. I want to book flight. So remember, I'm typing anything, but AI will use this thing with utterance and it will figure it out like what questions to ask. So right now it is trying to figure it out. Look at that. I want to fly and say, what date you want to fly? Do you agree? So, hey, how can I help you? What day you want to fly? Because it figured it out because I have only one intent. So naturally it figure it out and you say, what date you want to fly? So like example, I'm going to give a time. Let's say 09/15/2025. And if I press enter, it's going to say, should I book a flight? You guys agree? Should I book a flight for this date? answer is yes, then it will say done. So intent is complete. If you are able to do this thing, give me thumbs up, right? But if I give something which is not understood, it will say intent failed, right? So I gave a time, like date. Yes, see, I'm talking right now. It is using AI to understand my language, and it is answering the questions. But let's say if I do here, like example, I want a training, it will say this is not possible. So like example, I keep asking training, it will say it's not possible because it's not going to give me anything here. So you can see now it was a required slot, which is the date. And if I say training, it won't going to go, right? So it will keep asking unless I enter date. So anything which it doesn't understand, it will not go. So there is a concept called failure intent. So every time you add intent, there is a by default failure intent is there. Failure intent means something does not go right. So failure intent will execute automatically. So any programmers who know, right, one is called success and one is called failure. So if it is a failure, what should happen, right? So far, so good. So let's do one more time. I'm going to close this thing and you can go back here. So click on the bots. We'll go here. I'll click here, the bots. So I'm going to click on bots. So I'm here. Click on bots. So I'm here. Now you click here one more time. So this is your original bot. So when you click on here, now in this bot, this is my intent. So I'm going to click my intent. Click on intent. Now I want to add one more intent. So you can see here, my intent, I had created one intent, but fallback intent automatically created. So I want to add another intent. So add intent. I'll say add empty intent. So now I want you to pay attention here for a second. I want to do empty intent. But if I have done a model, if I have created model knowledge based, I would use, please pay attention. If I have done a model, model in the sense of I use model and then I use my knowledge base and I have created my own proper knowledge area, then I can use built-in intent and I can say this is my AI type of thing. Then anytime questions asked, I will use my knowledge base to answer. So just don't do anything, just see on the screen for a second. If I do built-in intent, in coming class, I will select generative AI feature. So what that means? It means I am using now all question answers. What user is going to answer, I will use LLM with knowledge base and answer the questions. So I don't have to create intent. I don't have to create utterance. I don't have to create much thing. Even slot, I don't have to create, right? But if I need to create a mix match, I can do that also. So there are a lot of benefits you can have. So people will ask in interview, when should I do generate AI? So if you have predefined, listen carefully. If you have predefined document, so example, vacation policy, example, HR policy, example, this, which I know people will ask question. If they ask question, right? And I know the answer is in the document, then I don't need to do slots and all. But if it is not a static, if it is a dynamic, then you have to create slot. If it is a static means example, what's your phone number? And if I have somewhere, what's your email address? What time you start? What time you made? If anything is fixed, then you use generative AI. If anything is not fixed, when you have to use dynamic, then you use slot. And then dynamic, you have to use lambda to call that dynamic flavor, which I'll cover that in coming class. But right now, let me cancel for a second. We'll do hello intent. So let's do add intent, use empty intent, use empty intent. And then I'll say hello intent, just for a few minutes. Okay, I know we are late, but we'll complete hello intent, add it. So far so good. Now if you scroll down, we are going to do straight go to utterance. So here our utterance is here. You can see here utterance. In utterance, click on plain text. Click on plain text and just say a couple of hello. How do you say hello? Like hello, right? We can just say hello. How are you? Right? Hi, something like that. That's your utterance, right? So if you do this thing, it will call your hello intent, right? Now, if you scroll down, if you write this thing, what you expect from our intent. So our chat bot should give a response. So like example, if you say hello, how are you, hi. So you can come here and initial response, you click on that and say, may I help you? Just an example, may I help you? That's what you are writing. So we want to see if this intent is working correctly. Let me repeat. If user writes hi, how are you, or hello, our bot should say, may I help you? Right? That's all I want to write. I don't want to write slot. Save intent, and then build it. It may take a minute to build it. Few more minutes, guys. Okay, we'll be done in few minutes. There is a homework and all you will get through Google Class. Again, try as much as you can. Some of the things I have not covered, we'll cover in next class, so don't worry about it. But I want to make sure you are at least able to do some intent, something according to the homework. You will also do the homework for prompt engineering. All information is in my Google Class. So right now I have the bot ready, build successful. I'm going to click on test. Click on test and just write hi and see what happens. You got it? And if you inspect, you will know which intent it's selected. So you can see right now, I say hi, and it automatically say, may I help you? And when I click on inspect, it selected hello intent. Make sense? Right? But if I say now, let's say I need flight booking, I need help for flight. And if I press enter, so you can see now it automatically selected intent flight booking. How the magic is happening? This magic is happening through the natural processing language, and it has an intelligent artificial intelligence. So in coming class, not only we'll do working bot, but we'll also create a knowledge base, right? Because this is expensive, we want to delete and make sure you always delete, otherwise you may get a bill. So if you're okay, I'm going to destroy. Any question, concerns before we adjourn this thing? Right now we are not using LLM, but as I showed you, right, a drop down box. If I use drop down box, generative AI, if I use it, then it is end to end. Actually, I wanted to show everything, but it will be too much. Okay. Any questions on phone?
Should we delete all these?
Do we
Sorry. Yep.
delete boxes and we keep our AWS account? We won't get charged for it.
No, AWS you will not be charged. So let's go back to your intent. You can in your case you have back arrow or whatever it is. You can go back to the bots. So I'm going to go back to bots, right? And then in this bots, I come all the way to bots. And then you click here and go to action and then just delete it. Action and delete it.
It deletes the intents too.
Everything. It will delete everything, because when you are deleting bots, it will delete everything. It makes hardly 30 seconds and delete that. Good. I hope you enjoyed today's sessions. And again, homework is here. So if you go down, there are a lot of readings are there. I would highly recommend that you read a little bit about it. Though don't worry about something you don't understand. Next week I'm going to cover Bedrock and all. There are a lot of things to cover. It's not like we're done. But there's a homework I added here. This is the homework. If you click on the homework, sorry, my mistake. This is the homework. It gives you an idea like what you select, how do you select. Try to create a slot, and if you can try a little bit here and there. don't worry about the FAQ part. You will not be able to do because I have not covered yet. But at least you can create a booking doctor appointment, right? You create utterance, create a slot, select the slot, but be familiar with that. Okay. Next week we're gonna go in detail. Okay. Thank you so much, and good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Good night.